What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar. We are talking about HZen and Zcash today, and ETH, HZen, Zcash, and ETH for Passport X and Danny Yo-Yo. I might throw BCHG and LTCN in at the end. We'll see. We'll just see. But HZen, Zcash, ETH, and then maybe the usual suspects after that. Nobody requested it, so I'm happy to just keep the video at this. Looking at HZen here from the relative low, that's not the low, to the relative high, happens to be the all-time low. 236 hit, looks fine to me. Weekly RSI looks fine, bouncing off the 50. I really do like that. That's a good look. Daily RSI looks fine as well. Yeah, I think you look great, HZen. I think you look very great. Lower high, nonetheless, nothing too impressive yet. High to low. Oh, and you're back below your 382. That's not ideal, but it's not bad. $5. Hopefully you can hold that $5.10 area, $5 to $5.10. You are low liquidity, so if you go a little bit below that red line, it's okay. It really is okay. But you're in the middle of a move that'll take you up to 730 to 781 and beyond, potentially up to 1350 to 1869. But I suppose that's all dependent on what Zen does for the time being. Yeah, Zen looks like it wants to move up, so yeah, you're probably going to move up as well. I would say so. So yeah, relatively speaking, 730 to 781 is to be expected over the coming days, weeks, sometime probably in the first half of June, and then beyond that, maybe sometime in July or later. That'd be my thoughts. But this thing likes to move fast when it does move, so it wouldn't even be crazy to be at 1350 by the end of June. But I do think June will be a good month. July will be a good month. The summer's going to kick off real hot, I think. But that's HZen looking good. ZCSH as well, also looking good. Yes, I like that daily RSI, man. That is a very nice, constructive looking RSI. You haven't even broken out of this yet. You're about to. You're winding up. You're wound up, man. You're ready to go. We'll see you at 737 to 784. You're at $6.32 now. 737 to 784 is your 61869 area. So that is the golden pocket right there. Once that's busted, once we break above that, and maybe you don't even stop there. Maybe you do break above it on your first attempt, but I would say $13 to 1738. That 1618 to 1272 area is a likely target that you would see, and potentially beyond that. But being that this is Zcash on the Grayscale Trust, I would be a little bit more hesitant to call for anything dramatically higher than that. You know, maybe $22 at the highest would be what I could expect to see, but I think $13 to $17 over the coming weeks and months could be a better expectation. At any rate, over the coming days and weeks, I would assume, like probably over the next 2 weeks, 737 to 784 will be achieved. It just depends on what you do with that. Will you reject and then go up? Will you just break through it, find support on it? How's it going to look? I don't know, but up from here, very confident in that. The daily RSI does look good, so good job on both of those. ETH. Now this is one, Danny Yo-Yo, you had a little bit of a more specific request. You guys 50% up. Beautiful. What did ETCG do? I'm just curious. 25%, still awesome. Not as much as ETH, but hey, still awesome. 50%, a lot of volume. People are asking what's going to happen in regards to the Grayscale Trust because of the ETF approval. You know, when this becomes an ETF, is the price going to go to NAV price? Like what, you know, wouldn't that mean that this ETF, this is another thing too, guys. Clearly the ETF getting approved was not bearish, right? You pumped 50% in the week of that news being released. It's clearly not a bearish thing. But let's, Danny Yo-Yo, you wanted me to compare this to GBTC, right? And what we did there. I want to let you guys know too, Danny, in direct response to your question, I don't know what this means, right? I personally don't know. Everyone says that it gets locked at NAV price, so then whatever premiums you have go away. I don't know if that's true. That to me, I know life is cruel and life's not fair and all that stuff, but that to me just that seems cruel and unfair, man. It really, I don't know. But let's just see if we can go back in time. Maybe performance, would that be best? Yeah, performance here. Okay, so we're at all-time history, all the way back. Nope, that's all-time history from the ETF date. Damn. April 24. Okay, wait, hold on. Nope. So we can't we can't go back before inception, can we? Maybe on the chart here we can. There we go. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, so, but was it at a premium? We won't know. We really won't know, will we? Let's put it back here. Because that's locked in, right? NAV price is share price. It's locked in. It's essentially, it separates a little bit, but not really. January 11th was the first day of listing. Man, is there a way? Yes, 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 I know. Nothing. There's no way to know what the premiums were on GBTC. There were premiums before. I just don't know what they were, man. I can't figure it out, unfortunately. So yes, it did get locked in. It did get locked into the NAV price. That much we do know. But what? I just don't know, man. I don't know. I'm getting hung up on this. We'll just move on. But as far as what that means, I'm not 100% sure, man. If an ETH ETF gets approved, then yes, it would lock to its NAV price, apparently, right? And if we go to ETH Grayscale, NAV price, market shares per price, let's see. Are we at? We're basically at the same. It'll kind of be irrelevant, wouldn't it? Market price and NAV price are the same, the exact same, actually. NAV price has been higher than market price. That's why you got the pump, because it's going to match. Okay. So I incorrectly assumed that ETH was already at a premium, but it's not, apparently. It was actually at a discount. So that's why it pumped up. Okay. So it was bullish in this case because it was on discount. Okay. That makes sense. So yeah, I guess as far as what this means going forward, yeah, you'll be directly locked into ETH, right? You're not gonna see these insane premiums anymore. So as far as like gains go, I would just base this chart versus the Ethereum chart. You're probably not going to see anything crazy. That 50% move was nice. Anybody buying here though, it's probably not going to go up 50% next week. It's all dependent on Ethereum. And Ethereum, by the way, USD. I'm sorry guys, that took so long. That was a unusual question. We're in unusual circumstances as well. Ethereum looks like it does want to move higher, but it could move down a little bit too from here, actually. I think it'll move higher, but anyways, I'm going to move on. Yes, Danny Yo-Yo, to answer your question, yeah, that just means it's going to be locked in there. It is going to be locked in. I've always wondered that myself. We're going to talk about BCHG and LTCN. We're going to do that. Consolidating until we're not. Weekly RSI looks great. Daily RSI looks great as well. You're probably moving higher. I would expect that this week you move higher. We could, by the end of this week, see 1653 to 1770. Depends on what BCH does a little bit, but yeah, I think you're moving higher. I don't think you'll go below that low, and I would be surprised if you saw prices like below $11.50 even. So LTCN, BCHG's looking good. LTCN looking kind of like it wants to move down a little bit, but LTC itself is probably lackluster too, right? Yeah. I mean, LTC might move down over the coming days. LTCN might drop a little bit. I don't think it goes lower than that low, though. I think it's found its low as well. You might go to like 27. You're at 29.40, so maybe 27, 27.50, something like that, and then move up from there. But I think you're getting ready to move up higher as well. You know what's right? Oh, LTCN. If GBTC and ETH got approved as ETFs, would LTCN, because Grayscale would turn they've said they want to turn their trusts into ETFs. Would they turn this into an ETF? And if so, that would be bad for the price, wouldn't it? Because we are on a premium. Yeah. Tell you what, guys, anybody holding LTCN or BCHG, you guys better hope that there ain't no ETFs being approved this cycle for these things. We've gotten two. We've gotten two in the last 4 months, right? Since January, it's May now, that's 4 months' time. We've gotten two approved. On the top two, LTCN is definitely not, it's not in the top 5, right? But out of all the Grayscale trusts, I mean, LTC, it would make sense to me that maybe LTC or Solana or, you know, something like that would be the next one to get approved. I don't know. You better hope it doesn't get approved this year, man, or this cycle, really. That would crush your potential outcome for gains. That would not be good. I wonder if LTCN and BCHG dump off because ETH got approved to be an ETF. ETH right now is not an ETF, okay? It's anticipated that it will be. That's why the price jumped up, right? But the ETF has not been listed yet. It's just approved, which there's a difference, right? I don't know, man. I'm trying to figure things out in my head and making a video at the same time, so that's not a good combination. So with that, I'll leave you guys. I just went on that whole tangent, man, of thought where, you know, what's next to come, what ETF is next to come. You better hope it's not BCHG or LTCN, because that could be bad. That could be bad. If it seems so cruel, in my opinion, that it would just go lock to the NAV price, but that's what it is, right? That's what it is. It would have to be. I don't know, guys. Ponder that. Think about that. That's part of why, too. You know, everybody asks why I invest in the underlying asset versus the Grayscale trust. It's because derivatives always come with more risk, you guys. You never know what a company can do, but you know what the code will do. You know what the crypto will do. And that's why I think it's fine to hold both, but that's personally I don't buy the trusts. But assuming that there is no ETF approved for BCHG or LTCN, all those higher prices are still on the table. Absolutely they are. It's just, it makes me question. The only way that I would see us not seeing new all-time highs for these, I mean, even if the trusts get approved, they would probably see new all-time highs because they are on premiums, but they're not insane premiums. I would bet even if the trusts do get approved, you see new all-time highs, but they're not going to be as insane as what we've been thinking. So I don't know. Either way, I think it'd be bad for both of them, at least as far as like potential growth goes. But I'm yammering. I'm going to stop yammering. Hit that like button. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.